I'm about to show you some rare footage of one of the bloodiest battles of World War II, the Battle of Sugarloaf Hill.
It was a battle unsurpassed in Marine Corps history.
I'm Joe, a former Royal Marine Commando. So the first thing I noticed is just how exposed the ground on Okinawa was. Now, it was crucial for the US to control the island because it was close to Japan, had space for airfields and deep ports for their ships. It was basically the perfect launch pad for the Japanese mainland.
The story of Sugarloaf was indelibly written on the faces of the living.
So as you can see, there's limited cover for the US Marines. So in the Royal Marines, we learn the best way of using the environment around us to minimize visibility and blend into our surroundings, making it difficult for the enemy to detect us. I guess in this case, it was just impossible for the US Marines to do that. So they really only had one option, and that was to push up Sugarloaf Hill through nothing more than brute force. So the Japanese spent months building hidden bunkers, tunnels, and artillery positions, meaning they could hit hard and then vanish straight underground.
Casualties were treated as the battle swirled about them.
I mean, getting the wounded off of Sugarloaf Hill would have been an absolute nightmare with, steep, bloody slopes and constant Japanese gunfire.
Driven off by massed enemy
I think what's
fire.
important too is the psychological impact. So while the world was celebrating the end of the war in Europe, these Marines were still locked in brutal combat on the island of Okinawa.
Its price in Marines was heavy too. During the 10-day period, our losses...
So in war, wounding an enemy can often be more advantageous than killing them. So as you can see here in the clip, it takes 4 US Marines to carry a single wounded soldier to safely, effectively temporarily removing all of them from combat. So Okinawa alone cost tens of thousands of lives, and the US quickly realized that an invasion of the Japanese mainland would be even worse. The Japanese had shown that they would have fought to the very last man.
On 18 May, the 29th Marines stood on the hill once again.
And actually, it was the Battle of Sugarloaf Hill that played a major role in the decision to use the atomic bomb, as US leaders sought to end the war and avoid another Okinawa, only on a larger, more devastating scale.
By the morning of 19 May, Sugarloaf Hill was ours.